Hi everyone, Karen here from Holistic Essentials Therapy and Consulting, bringing to you this week's forecast and insights for Monday, the 16th of December through to Sunday, the 22nd of December 2019. As we are moving closer to the end of 2019, it's a powerful time to reflect on how we've been able to balance all areas of our life throughout the year. So the 6 main areas in our life that we all have an investment in, that we all have the desire to be successful in, is our career, family, relationships, health and fitness, spirituality, and personal development. So for our career, are we having a work-life balance? Are you spending all of your time and your energy in your career, in your workplace? Are the hours that you're putting in above and beyond what is expected of you? And in doing so, how is that actually impacting all of those other areas in your life? For your family, are you having quality time with your family? Have you been able to balance your work and family life throughout 2019? For your relationships, many of us are really busy. Many of us have families. Many of us are juggling responsibilities and work and children and relationships. And this is not just our personal, intimate relationships, it's also our friend-based relationships. So how have you been able to manage your time so that you are in a position to nurture your own personal relationship with yourself, with your loved one, and with your friends? We are all hardwired for connection. It's just the way that we're made. And so often we can put all of our time and energy into one particular area in our life at the detriment of all other areas. Health and fitness. So how are you managing your own well-being within your body? Are you lacking in energy? Are you getting the intuitive nudges that perhaps I shouldn't be eating sugar? Or when I eat this food, it makes me feel really lethargic and it upsets my body. Personally, myself, I don't eat sugar. However, over the last week, birthday celebrations, I've eaten more sugar or eaten sugar that I haven't. I will use alternatives such as stevia or maple syrup or coconut sugar. But refined sugar is not something that is regular in my diet at all. And so what I've discovered over the last week is my intolerance to it now. And it literally made my head crawl and my face crawl, and it was disgusting. So I'm already aware that that's something that I'm not willing to reintroduce into my lifestyle because of how my body reacted to it. Are you getting time in your week to exercise? Whether that's playing in the park with the kids, going for a walk on your lunch break, or setting a routine of going for a daily walk. You might go to the gym. I love to do yoga and Pilates. Walking is something that I haven't really been able to, I'll rephrase that. It's on my list, but I haven't made it a high enough priority to be doing daily, and that will be changing. Spirituality. So for me, spirituality is my connection to the universe, my connection to my heart, and my meditation practice, my daily meditation practice. That is what fills up my life and my heart. And I'm in a very blessed position where my career and my spirituality go hand in hand, and so they're being nurtured. Personal growth or personal development. I am a constant work in progress, and I'm continuously absorbing new information and listening to people that light me up and teachers and reading books and doing courses, because it's important for me to continue to develop and grow, and to give myself the opportunity to see what I can evolve into. Now, as I'm looking at this list, I can see that relationships I've got down pat because my husband works away. So that has become a priority, that when he is home, he is the priority. Our relationship is the priority. With my friend groups, because I've moved away, I have to make the conscious effort, decision, and scheduling of catching up with my friends at least once a month. That is so important to me, because they've been with me throughout my whole journey, and I have new beautiful friends that have been with me on this portion of my journey. And each of them individually are incredibly important to me, and they are part of my soul family, my soul tribe, and I need them in my life because they get me, they support me, they love me, they make me laugh. We have a wonderful time together, and it's a mutual give and take of love and support and respect. And that is vital to my mental health and well-being. Career, because I do spend a lot of time on my own, I can become very focused in being work. And so one of the things that I was excited about, or am excited about, having my new beautiful studio, is that I will physically be able to leave my house and go to work and have set working hours. And that to me is going to really bring in some healthier balances into my day. Family, I see my parents regularly, and I make a point of catching up with my children once a month because they live several hours from where I am. Spirituality is my daily meditation practice. That is a non-negotiable. That includes journaling, that includes talking to the universe, getting out in nature, and reading books that enhance my connection. And if you read, for example, one of my favorite books was Eckhart Tolle's A New Earth. And I read that early on in my reawakening process. And as I was reading that book, it was like the consciousness that he was channeling while writing that book just exuded off the pages. And I could feel it all running through my body. And so I look to writers and spiritual teachers to connect, or for me to have deeper understandings, or to raise my consciousness, my level of consciousness, in a way that expands my spirituality and of course my spiritual growth. So for me, I'm going to be off this week, and I'm doing a 3-day course. Check out my Facebook page and I'll share it all with you at the end of the 3 days. And so that's something that I continue to do in my personal development. And of course, that also leads into my career and my spirituality, because that's going to be of service to other people, and that's what lights me up. And so what I encourage you to do is to look at those 6 areas. So there's career, family, relationships, health and fitness, spirituality, and personal growth. And as you write each one of those down, next to them, give them a score of 1 to 5. 1 being, I haven't given time to this at all. And then 5, yes, I'm doing this very well. So as you look at that score of 1 to 5, so let's just say, I'm going to say spirituality because I know how powerfully empowering and life-changing a daily meditation practice is. And that's part of my passion, and sharing that truth with everyone. And obviously I'm a meditation teacher, and passing on those tools to other people is part of who I am. And so for many, you might be saying, I know I need to do this every day. It's important. I understand the importance of it. It really should be a 4, but you've marked it as a 1 under your spirituality umbrella. So then if a 4 is what you are aiming for, okay, put that next to it as well. Same with your career. Where are you at on the scale of 1 to 5 with how you've balanced your career throughout the year, the time that you've spent working? Score that, and then what score would you like that to be? Or do you think that should be for you? Thinking obviously for your highest good and your own well-being. And so once you've scored each of those, whichever one has the greatest, so let's just say you score 3 for everything else, but you've scored a 4 for spirituality, or you've scored a 3 for everything else and a 5 for career. But that is, your career is at 2 because you haven't balanced it very well. So that would be the one that has the highest priority for you and the highest score of growth. And so choose that one. And then as you take that one, ask yourself, what are ways in which you can implement strategies each day to help you in the new year, moving forward, to really get that balance? Because often the mistake that we make is that we try and tackle all of these areas in our life at once. We try and get our health and fitness and diet right. And sleep has to come under health and fitness as well. It's so important that you get 8 hours sleep each night, that you get good sleep for your mental health and your well-being. Your relationships, your career, your spirituality, your personal growth. So looking at all of those, what are ways in which you can do that? So if your goal is, for example, health and fitness, okay, well, what can you do 5 minutes per day? You don't even have to leave your own home. What are 5 simple exercises that you can do for a minute each day, or 3 times a week, to improve your score and to improve that overall sense of well-being in that area in your life? Ideally, we would have a balance of every one of those areas. We would be in harmony. We would have that, and we would find in ourselves that as a result of that, it flows into every other area of your life. You'll be well adjusted. You'll feel empowered. You will perhaps experience joy and happiness because all of those areas are equally balanced. It is unachievable to expect to do it all at once, and we can set ourselves up for failure. We are the greatest of saboteurs, get the word right. And we will start out with the best of intentions, but then we easily become overwhelmed, and it's all too much to try and implement so many changes at once. So using the scoring system, identify which one is the highest priority for you that needs the greatest improvement or the greatest change, and then look at ways that you can give time or take time out so that you've got balance in other areas that are easy and manageable. And if they're easy and manageable, they're attainable. And if they're obtainable, then you can go on to create lasting and positive change in your life. So I hope that that serves you well. I think this is a really important area in our lives to look at this time, especially as we're moving into the end of the year. I've just realized that I'm missing an important piece of equipment to do this, and that would be these. Thank God I don't take myself too seriously. And this is the thing too, we take ourselves so seriously and we put so much pressure on ourselves, expecting that, I've made these decisions and these are the things that I'm going to do. And then we beat ourselves up for not doing it, for not achieving it. So make sure it is achievable to you. And small steps, small increments is better than nothing. If it's meditation, do 5 minutes a day, but increase it by a minute each week or every 3 days so that you can build that muscle, you can build it. And it's so, if we look at a perfect example is I have a picture on my wall my mum and dad's in the new studio that they've created a space for me to work out of there for when I'm traveling. Now, the picture has fallen down and there's only 2 pieces of it up on the wall. Every week I say, oh, I've got to put that back up. I've got to put that back up. Now, because it's taken me some time to do that, I now don't see it. Whereas initially it was very obvious. And so we can become desensitized, or we can just become used to what we're seeing in our peripheral and it no longer stands out. So the opposite works when we're creating gradual change, slowly incrementing the time that we do something, or, eliminating something from our diet that doesn't agree with us by increments. Let's not just cut out everything at once. Choose one thing to cut out and then do that for a couple of weeks, and then go, okay, this has become a habit. Now I can choose this to take out. And that way you will be setting yourself up for successful change that lasts. Okay, so for Monday, Tuesday, and Wednesday, visualize. How beautiful is this? So you're being reminded on Monday, Tuesday, and Wednesday that what you can perceive or what you can visualize, you can receive. What you can imagine, you can create. If you can see yourself, I once had a friend say to me, and I said to her, I'm visualizing myself in speaking in front of a big group of people. And her comment to me was, well, if you can visualize yourself doing that, then that means that you have the resources and the ability to do so. So what you can visualize, imagine, daydream, meditate on, you can actually create in your life. And so you're being asked, we daydream so often. And unfortunately, we're a little bit hardwired that at this day and age, what we're imagining is worst case scenario. And this is where all our anxiety comes from, is having a visualization of an unsuccessful outcome. Why would we do that to ourselves? So even when you are not paying attention, you are creating. So you're being asked to really take notice of what it is that you're imagining, what it is that you're daydreaming about. What are those creations that are popping up as visuals in your mind? And then consciously choose to focus your attention on the outcomes or the life that you wish to have. This is a reminder to you that you are a powerful co-creator with the universe. And everything that's already happening around you, you are actually a participant in the creation of that. So taking back your power in this situation and choosing to create from a place of love and a place of joy and a place of believing in the magic of the universe and working with that beautiful angelic realm, then you are going to be setting yourself up to be manifesting so much more in your life that lights you up. Thursday and Friday, insight. I love this. This is a reminder to you that you are a naturally intuitive being. We all are. There is no one that is not actually able to intuitively assess any situation. You get that gut feeling in your stomach, you get your spidey senses, your bullshit meter goes off, you get a vibe. Someone may be saying something to you and you're not really sure. You're like, I want to believe them, but something doesn't feel right. This is twofold. You are an intuitive being. However, when you deliberately take time out every day, even if it is only for 5 minutes throughout your day, a couple of times a day, to just sit, hold your hand on your heart, because the moment that you place your hand on your heart, you're activating your heart chakra. And then just take in 5 conscious breaths, following the flow of your breath all the way into your body. following the flow of your breath all the way out of your body, all the while feeling the gentle pressure of your hand against your chest and the rise and fall of your chest beneath your hand with each breath that you take. Each time that you are doing this, you are giving your nervous system an opportunity to relax, to reduce the level of cortisol hormone in your body, to catch your breath literally, to come into the present moment. And this is where the greatest insight is, from that space. Because too often you're getting the insight, but then this mind is very busy and you out logic yourself. You may get an intuitive piece of information from your higher self, your angels, the universe, and then spend as much time as you can arguing with yourself as to why it couldn't possibly be real. So by doing this regularly throughout your week, you're actually giving yourself a chance to come into full alignment with your higher self so that you can discern. So when you get that insight, instead of talking yourself out of it straight away, go into that space, go into your heart, and then you're feeling viscerally in your body that the insight that you have received is in fact an insight from your higher self, your angels, the universe, your loved ones in spirit. It's about giving the mind and the body a chance to be quiet or to experience stillness so that you build that muscle, that relationship of trust, so that in future, when you get an insight or an intuition or a message, you'll trust it and you'll know instantly that it's guidance that you're receiving. It's about building a relationship not only with yourself, but with yourself. The little you and the big you. The little self and the big self. Saturday and Sunday, grounding. So this is an opportunity for you on Saturday and Sunday to get out in nature, to really connect to Mother Earth. A visualization that I love to do is I visualize, obviously, the beautiful Mother Earth, this great planet, beneath my feet. And I will always use the analogy of tree roots coming out from the soles of my feet, connecting me into the ground. But one of my favorite connections to do is to visualize a cord of light from my heart chakra running all the way down through the center of my body, the soles of my feet, all the way down to the heart of Mother Earth, and plugging myself into her heart. But then I always go up and visualize a cord of light moving all the way up through the top of my head and plugging me into the universal heart of all that is. As above, so below. This to me is my grounding. Because if I'm supported and connected above and supported and connected below, then I am equally in balance. Because we are a child of this planet as well as the child of the divine. And so having that balance and that grounding and that connection between both is vitally important. And often we can do one without the other. And we can only raise our level of vibration, only raise our level of consciousness as far out into the ethers as we are plugged in and connected into the planet. So I hope that that serves you all well. This is a busy, crazy time of the year, and there are a lot of emotions. It's very frantic. This is a great time of celebration for many people, and it's a great time of stress and anxiety for many more. So something that I have been doing on my Christmas shopping trips, because I'm not a fan of being in busy places, but every person that has served me, and I'm doing this in everywhere that I'm going at the moment, every person that I come in contact with, I'm sending them 3 well wishes of loving kindness May you be well. May you be happy. May you be free. Choose any others. May you be love. May you be safe. May you be abundant. So each time you are going into a shop, or if you're working and you're constantly seeing people, just try that, because not only will it improve their day, it will just improve your sense of well-being in such a beautiful way. It'll open your heart, and it'll also improve the interactions that you're having with people, and you'll be helping somebody else to feel better. And the greatest way for us to move out of our own sense of stress and anxiety and suffering is to wish well of another. As always, please be kind and gentle with yourself. Have a wonderful, wonderful week. Thank you for sending in your feedback. Thank you for supporting me throughout the year. Yes, I know it's not the end yet, but I just wanted to give a moment to say thank you. If you haven't already seen, I have gift certificates available. If you're looking for the perfect gift idea, you can access that via my website. And I'm also offering the code of celebrate and joy to celebrate my birthday and Christmas month. And that will actually give you 20% discount off all of my services, and you can book them now for next year. So much love to you all. Namaste, blessed be, bye.